Well, we thought we might ride the crest of the wave of the East Anglian derby, but instead it was a very tricky one to take on Teesside. We're going to break it all down now. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Harvey Belk, a very disappointed Harvey Belk following Ipswich Town versus Middlesbrough tonight. If you don't know the score already, Ipswich Town lost 2-1 to Middlesbrough. We're going to break it all down now. Before we do, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, that would be really helpful. But of course, that is not the most important thing that has happened tonight. Really difficult result for Ipswich Town to take. This isn't going to be a channel where I come on here and slate the boys for the sake of it. This isn't going to be a channel where I criticise for the sake of criticising. But I think we can all agree that tonight Town weren't really at the races. For the first half, I thought we were very much in the game, especially the first 20 minutes or so. And between the 20th and 30th minute, I thought we really started to get our foothold into the game, created a couple of chances, and then those 15 minutes before half-time, the game just massively opened up. Became really end-to-end, big chances, both end of the pitch. And then we obviously got the penalty. A soft penalty, but I'll take them every single day of the week, especially because we should have had one for a blatant handball earlier in the game. But then George Hurst steps up and he missed the penalty. It wasn't the worst penalty I've ever seen, but ultimately, George Hurst, for a player that's not really in great form at the minute, you've got to be scoring from the spot, and missing big chances like that comes back to bite you on the bum. And unfortunately, that's exactly what happened, because then Middlesbrough go up the other end of the pitch, put a decent ball in, and there's nothing Cedric Kipre can do. He gets his feet in a muddle and puts it into his own goal. So a very difficult one for him, especially after the East Anglian derby, where he made such a big impression. I thought otherwise he was solid. I think he's had a great start to life for Ipswich Town. I think a lot of people will go after him tonight on sort of social media and that sort of thing. But I think otherwise he was really solid, and he was just very unfortunate in that moment. And then we go into half-time, and we then straight away in the second half let in a very sloppy goal from Morgan Whittaker. He's not scored for Middlesbrough before, but from what he'd done at Plymouth when we were both in League One, we know what a capable player he is at this level. And then Town really had a mountain to climb after that. Dara O'Shea did get his first goal for the club. He's been speaking a lot in recent weeks about trying to get his first goal for the club, and he did get that, but probably not the night that he wanted to get it on, let's be honest. I mean, 2-0 down with a lot to do against Middlesbrough. Get it back to 2-1 and you think that you've got a bit of a chance. But ultimately, the subs came on. I think they did make a difference, but too little too late, because we're giving ourselves such a mountain to climb, and that's really difficult. I don't want to dig anyone out in particular. Of course, George Hurst is probably going to get a lot of stick tonight. He didn't have his best game. AZON came on after half-time, did a decent job, probably staked a claim to start on Tuesday night against Charlton. One player I do want to talk about is Sam Schmodics. Now, as I say, I'm never going to criticise people for the sake of it. It's not what I like to do. I like to have a nice, positive environment. But the guy runs around a lot. He puts an enormous amount of work in, but he's not scoring goals at the minute. He's not creating enough. And when you've got Connor Chaplin on loan at Portsmouth, and we've let him go, arguably the best number 10 at the club, it really baffles me, to be honest, because Schmodics, we know what he can do at this level. And I think that's why I'm so frustrated, because we've seen him do it for Blackburn. He's done it against Ipswich for Peterborough. But we're not seeing the best of Sam Schmodics in an Ipswich Town shirt. Albeit, yes, he's probably carrying a bit of an injury. But I want to see more from him. Azor Matasiwa, Jens Kajust. What a partnership they've been all season so far, to be fair to them. But unfortunately, it didn't click tonight. They weren't on it. This was far from their best game. Azor was a little bit sloppy in possession at times. And there's a little bit of an issue with Jens Kajust. As much as I like him, such a quality player, but there's questions over his durability. He doesn't do it for long enough. He has a really good 15, 20, 25 minutes, but then he doesn't sustain it for long enough. And I'd just like to see that a little bit more. I don't want to get too down about this result, because ultimately, let's look at it with a little bit more perspective and realise that Middlesbrough are a fantastic team. They've got to take a lot of credit for this. Hayden Hackney in midfield. You can see exactly why Kieran McKenna wanted him in the summer. What a terrific player he was. He absolutely run the show tonight, along with Bergzog, the Middlesbrough attacker. The two of them were phenomenal, and Town really struggled to cope with them. But that is credit to them rather than criticising Town. And, Rob Edwards has done an absolutely fantastic job. They're a far different side from the one that we played a couple of seasons ago and beat. They are a really, really strong side, and it's no surprise that they are up there. Ultimately, that's why I'm not going to be too down about this result, because they are such a good team. I fully expect Town to bounce back. I think we'll have a decent game on Tuesday night against Charlton. I'm sure we'll rendezvous after that one, talk West Brom, and hopefully be reacting to an Ipswich Town win. All that's left to say is safe travels to all those coming back from Middlesbrough. I know it's a long, long way to go. A journey is much nicer. Speaking from experience, of course, when you do win the game and have a good result, that hasn't happened tonight, so that journey is going to feel like a long way back. But safe travels to everybody, all the best, and keep on keeping on.